Grand rising, grand rising, grand rising. Greetings, 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 everyone. Wagwan. This is your brother Chief Kalanago with another one and another one. Listen, man, I keep telling y'all.
Grand Rising,
All
Grand
right,
Rising,
audio is
Grand
good. We
Rising.
got audio. Audio is good. We're about to get into this build right now, man. We're about to get into this build. All right, let me turn this other ringer off so we have a little bit of less interruptions, if I may. I keep telling you, knowledge is beautiful, man. Knowledge is beautiful. I love it. I love the knowledge, man. I love the knowledge. I love it. I love it. I love it. Um, what do we have here? Boom, 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 boom. Yo, bro, listen, man. Right now, listen, Kenny. I appreciate you coming on the lives, bro, but I can't deal with the interruptions, bro. If there's no truth, then we wouldn't exist. Even if all this is an illusion, we're still here. We came from somewhere. So, bro, I really can't deal with that right now. I came here to give the people some information. My goal right now is to reclaim my ancestors' birthright. I don't know what your mission is, all right, but I don't need the distraction. I don't need that, all right? For you to come on here and say there's no truth, I have no idea what you're talking about. This is not the platform for that. I came here to bring truth, and that's what I'm bringing. You feel me? So let us just leave that right there. I don't need the interruptions. I don't need the distractions. With all due respect, I respect you as a brother. You come on Facebook, you post what you post, and more kudos to you. You give knowledge, that's fine. All right. But I don't need the distractions. I don't need the interruptions. You did? Okay. If there was no truth, then we wouldn't be here. You feel me? So chill with that, man. I ain't got the time for that right now. You feel me? All right. Because my people are in a situation right now, and it's because they're blinded and they're lost and they're mistaught. You feel me? So I'm bringing information to show our people who we are as the original attacked on American people. You feel me? Bro, listen, like I said, I don't want to do the back and forth, bro. I don't want to block you. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, with all due respect, let's just leave it alone. You feel me? I did not come from my mother. I came through my mother. I never had a beginning. You see what I'm saying? So let's just leave it as that. I'm here to teach truth, and that's what I'm doing. If you think there's no truth, then that's your own philosophy. All right. But I don't need the distractions, partner. I don't need the distractions. All right. I got a good vibe. I got a good energy. And let's leave it as that. All right. If this is not for you, then it ain't got to be for you. But it's for the people who are looking for truth. And I'm here to bring the truth. All right. So, like I said, with all due respect, let's leave it alone. I respect you as a Facebook friend, as a brother, but respect what I'm doing. All right. Respect what I'm doing. I'm not existing because of my brother, my mother and father. You feel me? I've always been. They're just a portal. They're just a portal. So even you talking that nonsense, you don't know what you're talking about. You feel me? So let's just leave it. Let's just leave it alone. All right. Like I said, man, I really don't need the interruptions, bro. Because you're talking about I don't have nothing, bro. I got everything, bro. You know what? This was your last straw, man. I warned you about it. All right, so I blocked this dude, man. I blocked him because, like I said, a lot of times, you're in a good vibe, right? You're coming to give the people, information and knowledge, and you have people like them that's overeducated. You feel me? Always talking about there's no truth. You feel me? Well, comments such as these, and that's why I tell people you have to be very careful who you get knowledge from. So this is his post. I blocked him anyway, right? So he said, there's no truth. Well, if there's no truth, then how come you're able to be here? Why are you talking? Why are you seeing this post? Why are you even on earth if there's no truth? All right, but there's no truth. Then what he says, boom. You exist because of your mother and father, and you been to school like you were supposed to. What are you talking about, bro? If there's no truth, then that means my mother and father they're not real. They're not true. So that's contradicting what you're saying. Then he says, oh, you never had a beginning. Why you don't have nothing and need money? Bro, who said I don't have nothing? What are you talking about? I got everything in abundance, bro. You feel me? This land was our land and it's still our land. But they made us prisoners of war on our land. Does that mean we did not have the land? That's why I said I don't want to deal with the ignorance, man. I don't want to deal with it right now. That's not the type of flow I'm on. I'm here to bring truth to the people and knowledge so my people could reclaim our birthright, man. This is not a game. And this dude, he's always doing that. Always doing that. So I ain't got time for the negative energy right now, bro. All right? And then look, you have not been here before now. What are you talking about? Do this dude know how many reincarnations we had? That's why I tell y'all, be careful with the type of people you get information from. Okay? Just be careful. That's all I'm going to say. But anyway, I blocked him. I ain't got the time for that because it's not the first time. He's always doing that. Always doing that. Okay? And he's a disruptor in terms of positive energy. So I don't need that vibe. You feel me? All right. So with that being said, let me just start over again. Grand rising to all. All right. And I'm here to drop some information for you guys, right? Do as you may with the information. I'm just here to give you the knowledge. All right. And like I told y'all before, this is a physical and a spiritual battle. Okay. Spiritual and physical battle. I got up in great moods. I'm feeling soulful. And then I'm coming here to do another part because remember, I gave, I think it was the last video, I'm not sure, where I showed you guys the New York muster roll. And I showed you the people that were fighting in these wars. And I showed you the description and where they came from. Okay. And now I'm giving it to you from the Virginia colonial soldiers. And this goes back all the way to what? 1667, December and before, literally about 1666, 1665, this goes back to a county militia roster. Okay, I'm going back all the way in the 1600s, my lineage. You feel me? And I got the documented proof. So when I tell people, when I come on here and drop knowledge, trust me, I'm well studied. And this is not a game. I'm not playing with people because every skinfolk and kinfolk, man, they're not kinfolk. Because y'all, you out here pushing the illusion. When we come on here teaching our people, you want to come with your nonsense. I ain't got time for that. I keep telling people, man, I could touch them in the spirit, man. I'm not trying to go there, but don't play with me, man. Let me do what I came here to do. Please, I'm begging. All right. So with that being said, this is what we're about to do right now. Okay? We got our birthright to reclaim, and that's what I'm about. And it's going to happen. So let me go ahead and share. So like I said, I gave y'all the New York muster roll. I'm giving it to you from the Virginia colonial soldiers. Why is this so important? This is important because the Virginia Company was the covenant or the contract that was created between Britain and North America to give North America away. And like I told y'all before, Pocahontas, all right? Pocahontas was not kidnapped, all right? She was not kidnapped. Now, I could give you the story of Pocahontas from a colonial perspective, meaning that she, John Rolfe came to, John Rolfe took her, John Smith took her to England, and then she was married to John Rolfe, a supposed pale man, right? And when she got to England, they had a child and she died. That's their version, all right? But that's not what my ancestors gave me. That's why I keep telling y'all, I could give you information, but some of it I cannot go find documents to prove exactly what I'm saying. But my ancestors gave it to me in dreams and visions. So let me tell you what the version they gave me. They told me that Virginia, okay, it was a covenant that was made between Chief Powhatan, all right, and the sacrifice. Well, I wouldn't say, well, sacrifice in a sense because she was sacrificed. So I'm gonna just keep it real. The sacrifice was his daughter, his 13-year-old daughter. She was given to the Britons as a marriage, as a contract, as a covenant to tie the lands together. Because why? We had a matrilineal system. Therefore, inheritance was passing down through the mother. It couldn't have been through the son because that was not our culture. That was their culture, which is a biblical culture, the Abrahamic culture. That ain't got nothing to do with us. You feel me? If it were the case, then it would have been a young man that would have married a British woman. But no, we did not have a patriarchal system. It was matrilineal. What does that mean? It means that inheritance was passed down through the mother. So because Chief Powhatan was the chief, not just of the Virginia, but I'm talking about the Carolinas, that entire line running down from the Virginia all the way down, okay? He was the chief. In other words, he was equivalent to a king. You feel me? So when they came here in Virginia in the 1600s, they met with him. And at first, it was just supposed to be commerce. It was supposed to be commerce. That's all it was supposed to be. All right. But then the Britons, all right, came with their trickery and their treachery. You did. And by the time he opened up his eyes, listen, he had already given up his daughter at the age of 13. So when she went to England, they said she got raped, whatever the case is, The bottom line is they wanted to create an heir. If you study the history of Europe, you'll know what I'm talking about. They had to create heirship, right? Because their whole philosophy was everything in the Bible. Everything had to be passed down through the son. Everything had to be passed on through the son. So when they took Pocahontas at the age of 13, they'll lie and tell you she was older than that, but no, she wasn't. I'm telling you what my ancestors told me and gave me. She was about 12 or 13. So John Rolfe had a child with her, and that was a boy. You dig? And then they said, well, she died of unknown causes. No, they sacrificed her. She did not die of unknown causes. I'm telling you what my ancestors showed me in a vision. Okay, she was sacrificed. And then that son that she had, he had to come back into the Americas as the only heir of Pocahontas, because why? The inheritance had to pass down through the matriarch. So that was him. So he became the first prince of Virginia. You see what I'm saying? I keep telling people, don't play with me, man. I know, I don't think or believe what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about. And then he was the first one supposedly to create the tobacco industry. That's how that took place. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going into the Virginia Colonial soldiers, all right, and show you some of the pages. This book got literally over what? 600, 400 and almost 440 something pages, right? And they're giving you names, they're giving you descriptions, they're giving you the reason why these people went into the militia, the reason why they got taken out of the militia, for whatever reason. They showing you where, okay, the people who served, they could not pay their money, so they were promised 200 acres of land, this and that. So the point I'm making is, and what I'm going to prove to you is this whole African slave trade is a lie. It's a lie. The only thing is Africa was synonymous with black, and black was synonymous with slave. So they call everybody Africans, which means everybody's black. Okay? That's what it means. But the people who came here, they were not from Africa. Okay? They were not from Africa unless your parents came here in the 1900s and you have documented proof to show that they came from Africa. None of them is from Africa, because guess what? When these people came here, they did not come here with their wives. They came here by themselves, and then they married. Some of them married, some of them raped, okay, our indigenous mothers. So therefore, your mother is an American Aboriginal. And since our system is a system of a matrilineal system, that means you are your mother's child. Stop with that African nonsense. We ain't African. Okay? Now, a lot of you, your fathers may be European. And when I say European, I'm not talking about pale-skinned European. That's how they tricked you with that. Because the dark-skinned European, until the 1900s, until the late 1900s, they were still considered white. Because white was not a complexion. White was a status, which means free. Okay? It meant a freedman. That's what white meant. A freedman. You feel me? Pale people were not called white. The so-called people you call white, I don't call them white because they were never white, and they are not white, just like how nobody's black. So black and Africa became synonymous, like Negro, and meant slave. You feel me? Now, Chief, can you prove that part? All right, then let's get into some of the pages. I literally just took some pictures, and I'm going to show it to you right now. Y'all think this is a joke, huh? That's why I tell people, when y'all come for me, man, I'm serious about this, because my ancestors let me know it's time to go to work. I've always been going to work, but right now I'm on a different mission and I'm shutting everybody down. Okay, you come on my page talking a bunch of bullshit and you're not respecting my ancestors' legacy, bro. I'm gonna block you. I'm gonna block you. All right, and it's as simple as that. I ain't got the time for that. So let me go ahead and share my page and show y'all what I'm talking about. So y'all out here calling yourself Africans. Y'all don't even know that, man, let me tell y'all something, man. Don't even get me started. All right? Don't get me started. Let me go ahead and pull this up so y'all could see what I'm talking about. So this is the cover of the book right here, okay? This is the cover of the book. Let me just show it to you. Now, I was trying to get a PDF copy of that, but just like how I had it for the New York Muster Roll, but I couldn't get it. All right, so I actually went and bought the book to do my own personal research. You feel me? All right, so what it says, it looks like, we're talking about, it looks like I have no permission to share it. What are you talking about? What's going on? I tell you, man, it's always something, right? Always something. All right, Lineage, let me see if I could do this another way, because now it's telling me I don't have permission to share it. What are you talking about? Let me see if let me try another one. All right, give me 1 second. Let me try it again. Let me try it again. I'm going to try it again. We're not going to let this stop us now. No, we're not going to let it stop us. Let's try it again. Boom. Try it again. Let's see what happens now. All right, perfect. So there we go. Ain't nothing going to stop this. All right. So this is the cover of the book. The title of the book is called Virginia's Colonial Soldiers. My brothers and sisters, don't believe anything that I say. I want you to think, every time I do a video, I want you to have it in the back of your mind, Chief Kalinago is lying. Okay? Just keep that just as a belief, even if you know you're lying to yourself. The reason why I'm saying that is because I encourage you to do your own research, do your own due diligence. So I want you to think in the back of your mind, everything Chief say is a lie, because I want to prove him wrong. Please, I encourage you to do that. Okay? I encourage you to do that. So go buy the book yourself. I bought it myself and I'm reading it myself. So this is the title of the book. All right, right here. Okay. All right, cool. Let us go into a couple of pages now. All right. Let's go here. Oh, what did I do? Give me 1 second. Share. All right, let's go back to the window. Go back here. Open that and share that. All right, check this out. Like I tell people, I like to prove what I say if I can, like the Pocahontas thing. I don't have physical evidence, but I'm telling you what my ancestors came and gave me. Okay. All right, then. Now, let me go. Let me see if this thing is going to come up. Or they say it looks like you don't have permission to save. What are you talking about? I don't have permission to save it. It's already saved. Like, come on, man. Let me try it again. Let me try it again. Let me try it again. Just bear with me, Lineage. Bear with me. You know how the forces be sometimes, but they're not going to stop it, though. I tell you that for sure. They're not going to stop it. All right. What is this? I want to share this. So we're sharing the screen. Let me see if it's going to come up. Wow. Okay. So you're not coming up. All right. Let's try it again. I'm persistent. I am really persistent. Trust. I'm not going to stop trying. I'm going to try it again. Earlier before I made sure I tried to make sure it worked, right? Earlier, everything was fine. But now I'm on the live. You're telling me I have no permission to do it. All right, let's try it again. Let's try it again. Wow, 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 wow. Okay. All right. Make this happen now. Make this happen. Make this happen. Make this happen. Um, make it happen. Let's try it again. Let's try it again. All right, cool. Let me see. I'm not hiding anything now. Why is it doing that, bro? Woo. All right. Stop screen. All right. Lineage. I'm gonna keep trying. Just bear with me, please. Bear with me, okay? Obviously, this is not, I'm trying it again. All right. It's not working. It's not working. How do I do this? How do I do this? How do I do this? How do I do it? All right, let me see if I could do it through my email. One way or the other. There's more than one way to skin a cat. Well, not a cat. I don't want to skin no cats. So there's more than one way to eat a fruit. So let me I don't want to skin no cats right now. Okay, go to my Gmail. And thank you for, just staying with me, okay? I appreciate that. All right. So we got boom. So I already showed you the cover. Let me see this one right here. Let me see. Open that. And let me see. Boom. Let me see that right here. What page is that? Okay, so let's see if it's going to work this way. All right. Let's see if it's going to work this way. All right, let's go to email. Let's see if it's going to work this way. Like I said, there's more than one way to eat a fruit. And we're going to make this happen because I want to show and prove what I'm talking about. I want to show and prove what I'm talking about. Let's see if it's going to, there we go. You see what I tell you, Lineage? Sometimes the energy's in the air, man. You see, and it's that dude. It's that dude. That's why I had to block him. You feel me? Whenever you're on the right path, I'm telling you, always remember this. There's duality in this realm. Okay? And anytime you are on your path, it doesn't matter, how high you're vibrating. There's always gravity. Okay? Gravity, another frequency that's going to try and bring you down. Before I did the live, I test this thing to make sure everything was going to be all right, right? Now it was giving me problems. So guess what? I found another way. So this is a page this is page 65 in the book. I just showed you the title, right? Now let us look at you'll be able to see the names. Okay. Now it's going to be a little small, but when you get the book, you'll see it because I'm trying to extend it as much as I can. And that's as much as it's giving me, right? But I'm just giving you the proof that the people that came here in the 1600s as servants, they did not start as slaves. My brothers and sisters, slavery did not start, okay, in regards to foreigners. Slavery did not start until the late 1800s with King Charles, okay, with King Charles. That was when slavery officially started with King Charles. Everything before that, in regards to foreigners, they were indentured servants. Okay, they were indentured servants, and the contract or the covenant was you had to come work for 7 years. If you want to go back, you could go back. If you want some land, you could get some land, whatever the case is. All right. But then what they were doing was they were reneging on the contract of servitude. And then they would have them serve an extra 7 years. And then they would give them some land. So the thing is, okay, you did your 7 years, right? We're going to give you a choice. We could make you a slave, or you could work as a servant for another 7 years. And after that, we'll get your family. Okay. So an indentured servantry, a term of 7 years could end up being 14 years. Okay. Or sometimes it could be a situation where, your children will be passed on to the crown as well and be enslaved. All that stuff is in the Bible. That's what the Bible is about. That's what it's about. Okay. So let us look at some of the names. We have William Colbert. Okay. And then we're talking about he was a planter. Guess where he was from? He was Scottish. I mean, no, he was Pardon me. The complexion was Scotch, fair light, hair, pitted blemish in the right eye. Okay, he was from Westmoreland. Westmoreland, okay, and that Westmoreland could either be in Jamaica or that Westmoreland could be in Britain. I mean Ireland. Okay, let us go. The next one we have is James Hooper. All right, James Hooper, pardon me, was from Fairfax. Okay, he was from England. His complexion was light skin, because remember I showed you guys the difference between fair and pale. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go back to look at the New York Monster Roll. When you see pale, it means a so-called white man. And I'm saying so-called because they are not white. When you see fair, we are talking about a light-skinned brother. Okay. Now we have Lawrence Johnstown. All right. And Johnstown was Irish, light-skinned complexion again, which is fair. All right. We have Samuel Cummins. He was a bricklayer, Virginia, swarthy. All right. And he was freckled. So my brothers and sisters, when you keep hearing these terms and these names, the surnames that you have, they did not come from the so-called white man. They did not. They came from colored people from Europe that came here as servants. They were the ones who came here as servants. My brothers and sisters, they did not come from Africa as slaves. All right, man. Let us proceed. Okay. We have Samuel. We just did that. Then we have Thomas Toole, a planter, English. All right. He was fair-skinned as well. Then we have Charles Travis, Richmond, Virginia. He was in. He was Scottish, complexion, swarthy, brown hair, pitted with blemish in right eye. Okay. Then we have John Waters, a blacksmith, English, dark skin. Okay, dark skin. But Chief, hold up, Chief. I thought they told us that everybody who came here in the 1600s and the 1700s, they came from Africa if they were people of color. Well, guess what, my brothers and sisters? That's his story. That's what he wanted you to believe. Because if you know all your mothers were actually and are American Indians, then that means you are the American Indian based on our culture and our system of inheritance. This was our birthright. That's why in the Bible, in the allegorical Bible, that's why Rebecca played a major role. And she was the one who encouraged Jacob to steal his brother's birthright. You feel me? And she said, well, you know what? I'll take the punishment from God. In other words, let him punish me, but he got to bless you. It is all allegory, my brothers and sisters. And I'm not saying that we are Esau in the sense of description. We are Esau based on the allegorical and the myth and in the story. Because the real Esau, when I say real Esau, what it pertained to when the book was written were the East Indians. The East Indians is Esau, okay? And it was their birthright to get the land in Asia, okay? They're the ones that have the hair like the goat skin. And then you have the Asians, they have the hair as the goat skin as well, but they are 7 ether. The East Indians are 8 ether. And then the Caucasians are 6 ether, but we are the 9 ether beings. Here in the Americas, we were the righteous ether beings, and the ones who came to Asia that fell from the sky or heaven, whatever you want to call it, they were the 9 ether beings as well, but they were the evil 9 ether beings. You see, all this stuff is symbolic and it's right in your faces, but nobody could break it down for you or breaking it down for you the way I'm doing it because it was given to me. Okay, I'm not saying I'm the only one, but I've never heard anybody breaking the things I break down the way I do it. Okay, now let us proceed. The next one is James Young. James Young was a merchant. He was also Scottish. He had a ruddy complexion. For those of you who don't know what ruddy means, I showed it to you in the last video. Ruddy means brunette. Ruddy means brown, a red brown or a dark brown. So I'm proving to you once again, these people that came here in the 16 and 1700s, they were not from Africa. And guess what he had, my brothers and sisters? Pitted with smallpox. With smallpox. So let me give you the breakdown on the smallpox situation. Okay. And I've given it to you in videos before. When they told you that the American Indians were wiped out with smallpox, that was a lie. You feel me? Why would you, as a colonizer, if slavery is a big business, why would you take smallpox in blankets to kill the people that you're going to use to make money and enslave? It just doesn't make sense. Okay, these people were already getting smallpox in Europe. You know why? Because I did my extensive research. You dig? They were already getting smallpox. So when they brought them into the Americas, our people was getting the smallpox as well. That was something that was never on our land. But they did not kill our people. Okay? They did not kill our people with smallpox. That's a lie. Let us proceed. We have Philip Children's, okay? Chamberlain, a carpenter, Virginia, Doc, and Swaffy. He was a Virginian, meaning that he was an American Aboriginal. He was already a Virginian. But what does it say? Doc and Swaffy. Okay? What did Benjamin Franklin said about the Americas? Well, the America, Asia is Swaffy, Doc and Swaffy. Europe is Doc and Swaffy. Africa, of course, is Doc and Swaffy. But America is also Doc and Swaffy. That's what Benjamin Franklin said. And I've already shown you the proof of that. I'm just giving y'all the facts. You do what you want with it. If you want to continue to think you're African, go ahead. Go ahead and keep selling your birthright. Go ahead. But I'm just here to do what my ancestors brought me to do, because it's time to get back that birthright. Let us proceed. Okay. We have David Collins, sailor. He was Irish. Guess what? Dark brown hair, with freckles. Okay. Then we have Charles Bruce, a planner. He's also Scottish, brown, with dark brown hair, and has a swelling in his knee. They're breaking all that down. He got dark brown hair, but he was brown skin. Do you know what those Irish people look like? Dark brown hair with brown skin. Some of them have reddish hair, but they were people of color. So when you hear brunette and blonde and all them things, you're thinking they're talking about pale skinned people. No, they're talking about people of color, because blonde means brown, golden. Like I said, y'all gonna get this work, man. Then we have John, soldier. He was English. He had a yellow countenance. In other words, he was a yellowish, yellow complexion. Okay. Who else do we have? We have then we have Edward. He was a tailor. He was English. He was fair skinned with dark hair. Then we have John Hooper. John Hooper was Irish. He was swaffy with dark hair. We have Jophus Williams. He was Virginia, swaffy with dark hair and with freckles. Okay, he was swaffy. My brothers and sisters, that was an American Aborigine. He was an original Virginian. Okay, James Turner, a planner, another American Aborigine. Guess what? He was a Virginian, light skin with hair and handsome made. Okay, they're talking about what they would call a Chris Brown. Okay, then we have John Cutter, John Cooter, a planner. He was Irish. He was dark with black hair. Has a he has a wiggle in his walk. Then we have Edward, a planner, Virginia. Okay, that was another Virginian. Guess what? Dark and swaffy with black hair and a flat nose. My brothers and sisters, they were not Africans. We were already here. We were already here, man. And I'm giving you the proof of the people they say that came from Africa as slaves. No, they did not. That whole slave trade and that Alex Haley and Roots, that's a lie. It is a lie. We're not Africans. Like I told y'all before, most of us have more dark skin, more people of color in our DNA than we have Africans. We ain't got nothing to do with Africa. Nothing. No disrespect to all African cousins. No disrespect to them. But I'm just letting you know the facts. Now let us continue. Who else do we have? We have James Turner, a planner, Maryland. He was light skinned. Guess what? He was from Maryland. That's an American Aboriginal again. All right. Then we have role of Captain William, blah, 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 whatever. So they're showing by this platoon. Now they're giving it from the role of another captain, Those were the people enlist in his platoon. We have John Nash. John Nash was a Virginian, another American Aboriginal, fair skin complexion, brown hair. Then we have Richard Trudeau. He was Scotch, long brown hair, pitted, well set. We have Hugh Campbell. He was a sailor. He was Scottish, dark hair and well made. Then we have William Alexander, a barber. He was English, thin with brown hair. All those people they are describing people of color. Let's go to the next one. All right, boom. That one gave us a little bit of leeway. Let's go to the next one right now. All right, so we did this one. We're going to go to the next one. And the next one. Oh, okay. I got to see how I could flip that around. Give me 1 second. I got to flip that around. Okay, this is going to, all right. Give me 1 second, please. All right. This is going to, it's a little challenging right now. I appreciate that, Shamika. No doubt, man. Like I tell people, man, I'm just here to bring the truth to my peoples, man. I'm tired of all the lies. I'm tired of these people, treating us the way they're treating us. And it's happening because, you know what, of our ignorance. My people perish for the lack of knowledge. And like I tell people, it stops with me and many others like me. But when I give stuff, I'm giving things not just from the physical, but from a spiritual perspective. All right. I know how to break all this stuff down. You feel me? Okay. I think we did. Is that the one we just did? William. All right. I think that's the one we just did. Then this one right here. Now you guys gonna have to, like I said, I'm gonna try to figure this out. Okay. For whatever reason. All right. So let's see if it's gonna allow me to do it over here. It's keep telling me I don't have permission. What are you talking about? I ain't got permission. We're gonna try it. We're gonna try to present it. Let's try to do it. All right. Well, ain't no trying. We're gonna see what happens here. Come on, work with me. Come on, work with me. Work with me. Come on. Work with me. Work with me. All right, beautiful. Work with me, ancestors. Work with me. I need you right now. I need y'all right now. You know what I mean? Because we going in. We are going in. We are going in. We are going in. We are going in. Let's bring it all the way up, baby. Let's bring it all the way up because they think it's a game up in here. Let's go again. Let's go again. All right. We got John Peter. All right. 1775. We got Albemarle. We got Weaver. He's English. Dark. Guess what the complexion is? Dark with black hair and pitted with smallpox. Like I told y'all before, when Chief Colonial come with the knowledge, he could prove the things he's saying. These people came here with smallpox. So when they told you it was the American Indians dying of smallpox, it was their people. They were the ones getting smallpox. Our people wasn't getting that stuff. You dig? Okay, they came here with it. All right, then. Let us continue, man. Guess what again? We have dark with swampy, dark complexion, swampy black hair, and well set, right? Boom. And that was Francis. And Francis was from Irish, he was Irish, right? The next, guess what the complexion is? Swampy with hair, with black hair. Guess where he was from? He was from Virginia. So that was another American Indian, an Aboriginal, okay? But guess what he was, though? He was swampy. Let us go again. We got David Hartwell. David Hartwell. Look at what his complexion is. Dark and swampy with black hair and slim made. Carpenter. Boom. Guess what his complexion is? Dark and swampy. Guess where he was from? Virginia, an American Aboriginal. Let's proceed. The next one we have Jacob Morris. Dark and swampy and well made. He was a Virginia what? A Virginia planter. Okay. Our ancestors owned our land. We were planting our own lands. Okay. We only became enslaved in our own land. We went from workers to being slaves in our own land. Let us proceed once more. Let us go again. We got Edward Land. Boom. Where's he from? Look at the surname. Land. What is the surname? Land. Guess where he was from? A Virginian. What's his complexion? Dark with brown hair, and slim made. We are talking about the physiognomy. We are talking about the body type of the American Aboriginal. Y'all better stop playing. Let's go. Who we have next? We have Aaron. Aaron, boom. What he was? A planner. What was he? What was his race? Virginian. What's his complexion? Dark with brown hair. Well made again. Who else do we have? We have Joseph Howard, Yorktown, soldier. He was English, but what's his complexion? Dark and swarthy. What his nose look like? Flat nose. Hold up, where's he from? But hold up, Chief. Nah, this can't be right. Because they taught us in school, and this is what the media is teaching us, that every individual of color came into the Americas as slaves. Oh, really? Well, I am proving y'all wrong. Let us go to William Holland. William Holland, shoemaker. Guess where he was from? He was a Virginian. Guess what that is? An American Indian. Guess what that is? An American Aboriginal. Guess what his complexion was? Dark and swarthy. But no, Chief, no, hold up, Chief. They told us everybody came from Africa. This is impossible. Chief, you're making this up. Prove me wrong. Let us go again. John Donachi. All right? A gardener. He was Irish. Okay? What's his complexion? Light skin with light colored hair. We are talking about the fair skin, light skin Irish. All right? Boom. Daniel McFain. He was a planner. Scotch. Fair, light colored hair. Scotch. So that means he was light skinned. We have Whitney Warner. Schoolmaster. He was Irish. Guess what his complexion was? He was also light skinned with light colored hair. We have Robert Yates. Collier. He was English. Fair complexion with light colored hair. He was a light skinned brother. Okay. Then we have William Smith, shoemaker, English, light skin as well, fair complexion with light colored hair. Then we have Edward Childs, a planner, English. He was also fair, a light skinned brother. Then we have James, James, a planner. Guess where he was from? Guess where he was from, lineage? Virginia. Guess what his complexion is? Darkish with dark brown hair, an American Aboriginal. But hold up, Chief. No, this cannot be right. It's impossible. They told us that these people came from Africa. No, they did not. We have been here. We have always been here. Okay? It's a bunch of lies. It's a bunch of lies. So for all you Negropeans, prove me wrong. I'm giving you the facts. I'm giving you the documentation. Documentation beats conversation. Where you at, Uma Johnson? Where you at, Uma Johnson, selling our people out? You are a slave catcher. Uma Johnson is a slave catcher calling you black. That's what black means, slave. Okay? But when I give y'all the truth, y'all want to persecute me, huh? It's all right, though. My riches are laying with my ancestors, and my birthright is restored. I'm already putting that out there in the universe. Let's proceed. The next one we have is Philip Cofield. He was a planter. His complexion was light skin. Light skin, all right? The next we had Bernard Ward. Bernard was a tailor, Dutch, dark. Guess what? Dark and swarthy with black hair. You hold up, Chief. You're trying to tell me even the Dutch was dark skin as well? Yes, that's what I'm telling you. The Dutch was dark skin as well. Who else we got? We got John Doherty, planner, Virginia. That was another American Aboriginal. What does that mean? He was an American Indian, dark and swarthy with black hair. So when Walter Plecker realized what was going on, that all, let me break this down to y'all. When Walter Plecker with eugenics, when he realized that all, if not the majority of the servants, okay, after their 7 years was up, and they became enslaved, they were mixing with the Indians, okay? They were mixing with the Indians, and then it was hard to determine the difference between the American Indian and the Negroes that came from across the seas. Why is that? Why is that? Why is that important? Because they were all the same complexion. They were all the same complexion. So you had servants and slaves calling themselves American Indians, and Walter Plecker said, "No, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. If y'all don't want to learn and keep these slaves or servants as servants, because the Indians will still call American Indians, then guess what? We are going to call everybody Negro. We are going to call everybody colored because y'all playing these games." So yes, Walter Plecker is a double-edged sword. Okay? It's a double-edged sword. Yes, he was a racist bastard, but he saw what was going on. Okay? He saw what was going on, and he was trying to stop it. Not that I'm not saying he's a good man, but I'm just giving y'all another perspective on Walter Ashby Plecker. You feel me? You got to look deeper into the story. If you don't know the story, then you'll fall for his story. Let us proceed. We have George Engelberg. He was a planner, Virginia, fair skin with light hair. Okay, my brothers and sisters, fair skin with light hair. He was an American Aboriginal. Then we have James Thompson, a shoemaker. He was English. Guess what his complexion? He was light skinned with dark colored hair. Then we have Peter Mullen. He was Irish, fair complexion, with a ruddy colored hair inclined to red. So I don't know if you have seen those dark skinned people of color that are Irish, but they have reddish hair. That's what they're talking about. Okay, a ruddy countenance to his hair. Then we have John Collins. John Collins was English, but guess what his complexion was? Dark with dark brown hair. Okay. Then we have William Smith. William Smith, he was a sailor. He was English. He was dark skinned with dark brown hair. But Chief, no, stop, please. Chief, you are telling lies. They are all from Africa, Chief. Stop telling the lies. Well, prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. My people perish for the lack of knowledge. So my brothers and sisters, I'm going to reiterate. There was no African slave trade. That was a lie. It was a lie. It was all made up. All African mean, African is synonymous with slave, and slave is synonymous with black. So when these dark-skinned Europeans came here as servants, they called them Africans, meaning slaves. Okay? So yes, a lot of going back into our lineage, you will find European bloodlines coming from the father's side, but all the mothers were American Aborigines. And because our culture and our system going back into time immemorial was a matrilineal system, that means that you are your mother's child if you are in the Americas. Man, listen, man, I don't know if y'all ready for this work, but I'm going to continue to give you the work. Let us proceed. Who else do we have? We have John Williams. John Williams was a shoemaker. He was English, but guess what his complexion was? Swarthy with dark brown hair. No, Chief, I thought all the people who came from England, they were pale people. No. The Pilgrims, the Quakers, the Puritans, they were all people of color in the early 16 and early 1700s. It wasn't later that the pale man came in through Ellis Island. Y'all better stop playing with me, man. Stop. I'm going to give you that work. Who else do we have? Who else do we have here? We got James Clark, a sailor. He was English. Guess what his complexion was again? Dark skin with brown hair. Then we have Moses. I'm not talking about Moses of the Bible, but I'm talking about Moses Johnson. Guess what? He was a planner. He was from Virginia. He was what? Black as a mulatto with black hair. Let me tell y'all something, man. Don't play with me, man. I am not the one. Let us stop sharing this and let us go to the next one. And the next one. And the next one. Where we at? Boom. Let me see right here. Let me stop sharing that. And we're going to go to the next one. Let's go to the next one, Chief. I think they're ready. They ready. They ready. They are ready. Let me go to the next one. All right. Boom. Next. Let's do this. Let's see what we have here. I got to go to the next one. Let me see if we could pull that up. So we did that. We did that one. And we are going to go here. I don't think we have done this one, but let us turn this over. And please give it to me. Give it to me because I got to make sure my peoples get this. All right. I got to make sure they get this. So let us go ahead and share this again. Man, listen, that's just excitement and passion in my voice, man. That's all it is. Okay. That's all it is. All right. Let's do this. Let me see. What do we have here? All right. Let's see if it's going to give us that. Oh, no. I already opened that. So no, let me stop sharing that. Let me stop sharing this for a second. And we're going to close this out. And we already have something that's already open. So let me see if it's going to give it to me. All right. Boom. Give me 1 second. I got some more for you. I took about 6 pages. All right. About 6 pages. So let us share this. All right. Let's see what's happened. Come on. Work with me. Work with me. Give it to me, please. Give it to me. Give it to me. I'm on a roll right now. Give it to me. Let's go. Let us go. Come on. Populate. Give me some. Give me some. Give me some. There we go, man. I'm telling you, my ancestors are amazing. I love y'all ancestors. Let's go. Let us go. You see, they cannot mess with us right now. All right? They can't mess with us right now. Woo-hoo. Mm-mm-mm. All right. So here we go. Okay. Then we have John Fritzlin. All right, whatever that is. He was a clothier. He was Irish, black, short hair, and well made. Then we have Ben Spicer. Ben Spicer, a sailor, Virginia, an American Aboriginal, brown, short, blemish in one eye. Then we have Richmond Denny. Richmond Denny was a planter, again from Virginia, brown, short, curled, full-faced, well set. Then we have Hamlet Robinson, all right, a planter, Virginia, complexion, brown, curled, well made. Okay. Then we have John Kirkland, Scottish, bushy, short, thin faced. Then we have John Remichal, Virginia, brown, straight hair, and stutters. We are looking with all these people in American Aboriginals. Then we have John Levitt, a planter, Virginia, very swarthy, long black hair. Okay, we are talking about an American Aborigine with locks, long black hair. You see, y'all don't get it. Y'all don't get it. Let us proceed. We have Hezekiah. Hezekiah, a planter, Virginia, fair complexion, light, meaning that light skin. Okay, remarkably impudent. Who else do we have? Then we have a couple of Irishmen here. Virginia planters, sandy hair and thin faced. We have Virginia. We have Virginia, short black hair. All these people are American Aboriginals. Okay, all these people here are American Indians who were fighting in this war. Because what happened was, when our people was fighting, they were put in a predicament. It's either you're going to help us fight against the French, or the French is saying you're going to help us fight against the British. Some of our people stayed neutral. Okay, I'm just giving y'all some of the information of how this thing went down. Okay, let us go to the next one and see what we have. Give me 1 second. I shouldn't have closed this entire thing though. I shouldn't have closed it. Give me 1 second. No, I'm looking at downloads, right? Downloads. We just did that one. Let's do this one. All right, let's turn this over, flip this over, and let me see what we have here. All right, cool. Come on, stop it. Let me go ahead and share this with y'all. Just bear with me, lineage. Bear with me, okay? Bear with me. We got this. Work with me. Come on, give it to me. Give it to me. I'm on a roll now. Don't quit on me now. Yes, thank you, ancestors. Y'all are so amazing. I love y'all for real. Let us go now. Let us go. Here we go. All right. Let us go. We have John Brown, right? A planter, Irish, short, thin hair. Then we have John Bryant, Ireland, okay? Thin-faced brown hair. He was also a planter, okay? Then we have the role of Captain Thomas Cook's company. So like I told you, those are different platoons, all right? So that's 1756. We have the names, the date of enlistment, the age, the size, the trade, the country, and description. All right, let us go to what we call Henry Williams. Let us break down Henry Williams here for a second. Henry Williams, he was a planter from Ireland. He was light brown hair and a yellow complexion. In other words, he was a light-skinned brother, a high yellow brother. All right, so y'all been around for y'all yellow brothers, y'all been around. Okay, so we're not going to discriminate on that. Okay, then we have John Reynolds. He was a merchant, Virginia, light colored hair, yellow complexion. He was a merchant. Okay, an American Indian who was a merchant. I just wanted to kind of break that down. Let me give it to you in the remix. All right, like Puffy said, take that. He was an American Aboriginal. Let us proceed. Then we got John McWilliams. John McWilliams, he was 5'8". He was a merchant. Guess where he was from? He was a Virginian, light hair, full face. And guess what was his complexion was? He was light skinned. He was fond of liquor. In other words, he's one of the brothers that's still on the corner right now going to the liquor store. But let's proceed. Then we have John Thomas. Alexandria. He was a sailmaker. He was from Scotland, light brown hair, thin visage. What was his complexion? He was a light-skinned brother. Then we got George Clark, okay, Petersburg. He was a shoemaker. He was from England, light hair, well made, pitted with smallpox, very talkative, loved to talk, okay, but he had the smallpox. I did the highlights to show you once again who came here with the smallpox. It wasn't the American Indians that was dying from the smallpox. It was the people of color that they brought into the Americas. But Chief, what do you know? All you have is just the facts. Let us go with this again. We have Dougal Campbell, Cumberland, where he was from. He was from Scotland. Guess what his complexion was, my brothers and sisters? He was a dark-skinned complexion. He was bald, pale, pale one eye. In other words, one of his eyes was pale, so I guess it got taken out, and that white thing in his eye was showing. Okay, but pale. We have John Grant. He was a drummer. He was from Ireland. Dark hair, very much pitted with smallpox. I did a highlight on that to show you that they came here with the smallpox. We did not have smallpox. The colonizers did not give the American Indians smallpox intentionally to kill them out. That's a damn lie. Let us go again. We have Francis Allen. He was a farmer from England, dark colored hair, yellow complexion, another light-skinned brother. How you doing, mate? Let's go again. John Beard. He was a planter, England, red hair, and freckled, a light-skinned brother with freckles. We have John Cobb, planter. He was from England, light hair, fair complexion, another light-skinned brother. Who else do we have? We have James Donaldson, planter. He was from Scotland, dark brown hair, pitted pretty much with smallpox. I'm showing you all that to show you that those who came from Europe, whether it was England, whether it was from Ireland, whether it was from Scotland, they came here with the smallpox. So when they wrote their books, they told you it was the American Indians died with the smallpox. Why could they have made such a statement? Because these people look like us. So they lied and said it was us dying, but no, it was them dying. But you know, what do I know, Chief? This is just what the ancestors gave you. Keep giving it to them. Who else do we have? Boom. We got Daniel Gowen. He was a planter, Virginia, light colored hair, long thin visage. All right, that was an American Aboriginal, aka American Indian. Then we have Thomas Hudson, from England, thick set, ruddy complexion. What is ruddy, Chief? Dark brown hair, black eyes. Who else do we have? We have John Hamilton Weaver. He was from Ireland, dark brown hair. Guess what his complexion was? Very ruddy complexion, a scar on his right temple. Very ruddy complexion mean that he was extra dark brown. Let us proceed, man, if y'all don't know what this mean. All right. Who else do we have? We have Charles Johnson. He was a planter. He was also from Virginia, an American Aboriginal, dark bushy hair, very fond of spirituous liquor. Again, if he was here today, he would be on the corner store drinking the liquor. All right. We have Henry Moxon, a seaman. He was from England, light colored hair, yellow complexion, a light-skinned brother. Oh, he was a very comical fellow. In other words, he would be a Cat William today. Who else do we have? We have James Marsh, a seaman from England, dark brown hair. Guess what his complexion is, my brothers and sisters? He was dark-skinned complexion. But Chief, no, stop it. They told us everybody who came here on those ships, they came from Africa. Well, guess what? I'm proving y'all wrong. Who else do we have? We have Martin May. Boom, blacksmith, Ireland, dark colored hair, a droll fellow and knock-kneed, large teeth before whatever. Then we have Paul. Paul was from Ireland, dark colored hair, fair skin complexion. We have Matthew Roberton, a planter. He was from Virginia. That means he's an American Indian. Remix, boom, that means he was an American Aboriginal. Light colored hair, scaled head, dark complexion, simple continence. Continence deals with the facial features, all right, and body type. Now we have William Sodren, England, dark hair, thin visage, very wrinkled, slender made. Then we have Alexander Stewart, planter, Scotland, light brown hair. Guess what again? Dark complexion. My brothers and sisters, all the stewards were dark skin complexion. King James was a steward. Guess what? I hear people talk about what's her name? Harriet Tubman was not real. It was a made up story. That's not true. That's not true. Harriet Tubman was real. Harriet Tubman was a Stuart. Harriet Tubman was related to King James. And guess what Harriet Tubman was doing? All the Scottish, the Stuarts, the Stuarts, the Stuart Scottish royal bloodline that came here, that's who she was freeing, about 50 or 75 of them. And our ancestors, our people, showed them the Underground Railroad path to save their people, the royal bloodline, and took them to Canada. But yes, Harriet Tubman was real. Okay? She was Irish. She was Scottish and Irish. And she was related to King James. And she was freeing the royal bloodline. Oh, y'all think this is a game, huh? Oh, keep telling y'all, man, don't play with me. Chief Kalinago ain't the one to play with. Let us go. Who else do we have? Let us go to the next. Let us go to the next. Let's go to the next. Because they think this is a game. No, it's not a game, man. It's not a game. I'm proving the things that I'm talking about. Okay? Well, let's go here now. Let us share this. Don't tell me I ain't got permission. Come on, ancestors, work with me. Work with me now. Work with me. We got to share this to the world. Work with me now. Come on. Give me some. Give me some. Yes, my ancestors, I love y'all. Let's do this. Woo-hoo. Okay. Now, I'm showing y'all a few more things here just to show you again where all these people are coming from. They're not coming from Africa. We have Dennis. Dennis is from Ireland. All right. Then we have Thomas. Thomas was a carpenter. He was a Virginian, light hair, very well made, frowny countenance, right? Then we have Morris from Ireland, dark hair, dark complexion. All right. Then we have Peter Truly, a planner, Ireland, black hair, very ruddy complexion. That means he was very dark skinned, brown. Okay. Large, thin nose, inclined to whatever, right? Then we have Henry Ferrant. Henry Ferrant, a shoemaker, England, red complexion. In other words, he was a dark-skinned brown. He was a brown-skinned man. And like I told y'all before, I showed you what a ruddy meant. Okay, then we have John Wade. John Wade was a seaman, England, dark complexion. But hold up, Chief, I thought these people were from Africa. How we got a seaman coming from England and he's dark skinned? That's what they told y'all. That's the lie they wanted to tell you. Okay. Who else do we have? We have William White. William White, a planner. He was from Scotland, gray-haired and thin visage. We have John Williams, Cumberland, a seaman, Wales, dark hair, pitted with smallpox. Another one with smallpox. Okay. Then we have Robert Walters, a planner. He was from Scotland, red hair, very much freckled. Then we have William Austin. He was a schoolmaster. He was from England, black hair. What complexion? Dark skin. Hold up. A schoolmaster, dark skin from England? All right, then let's proceed. We have John Bessett, another schoolmaster. He was from Scotland, black hair, ruddy complexion, and pitted with smallpox. Once again, Chief Kalinago is proving his point about the smallpox story. You see, my people perish for the lack of knowledge, man. Let us go next. We have Samuel Bircher, a planner, Virginia, sandy hair, fair complexion, light skin, freckled, round-shouldered. As you could see, no American Aboriginals or Indians were shown with smallpox. It was only the Scottish, the Irish, and the British. Okay? They were the ones dying. And the only reason why they could make a reference to the American Indians dying from smallpox is because these people were of the same continents. Not continent, but continents, meaning that the same description. They look like us. Man, I keep telling y'all, man. We have James Boswell. He was from Ireland. He was also light-skinned complexion, fair complexion. All right. Then we have John. John was a shoemaker. He was from Ireland. What's his complexion, Chief? Dark skin, dark complexion. Who else do we have? We have John Lee, Cumberland, planter, Virginia, dark hair, thin visage, very wrinkled forehead, black eyes. Then we have Thomas Hall, Westmoreland, shoemaker. He was from England, dark brown hair, very well made. We have Richard Cornelius. All right. He was from Ireland, full face, dark hair, dark complexion. Then we have the payroll of Captain Thomas Cook's company again. We have John, Henry, all those different names. Then we have payroll of Captain Thomas Cook. We have a bunch of names. Then we have payroll of this and that. Pennsylvania, farmer, Pennsylvania, dark skin. Is the description. Then we have Robert McDonald. I'm from Pennsylvania, another American Aboriginal, dark skin. Ooh. Let us proceed with the next slide, man. I got one more for y'all. One more for y'all, and we're about to wrap this. In fact, not one more, two more. Hold up. Don't shortchange the people, Chief. Stop that. That's not part of your nature, brother. You don't like to shortchange people. Let's see who else we got. Don't tell me I ain't got permission, man. I got permission. Stop it. Stop it. Let us go ahead and share this. Let us go ahead and share this. All I have to do is laugh, man. I just got to laugh because you know what? They got my people messed up. All right. Come on, ancestors. Work with me now. Work with me. Work with me, ancestors. Work with me, ancestors. Trying to tell us we African. Work with me, ancestors. Give it to me now. There we go. Thank you. Thank you, ancestors. I love y'all. That negative energy was that dude that came on. It was him. I blocked him. You see, I blocked him. I blocked the negative energy. All of a sudden, everything is sharing now. And don't get me wrong, the brother's a good brother, man. He shares some good information, but he just come with a negative. Every time I come on, the unrighteous negative and energy always send him to me. But bro, I'm gonna block you out because you're not gonna have power over me. Let's proceed. Okay, let us go. Let us go. It's time to make it happen. We have John Connor, Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Guess what? He was a hunter. Guess what he was? He was dark skinned. That was an American Aboriginal. William Summers, Pennsylvania, another American Indian, right? Because that was called New England. Part of that was called New England, dark skinned, an American Aboriginal. Then we have Cornelius Henley, Lancaster, Pennsylvania, a hunter. This one was from this one, was from Ireland. He was dark skinned. Anytime you see New England, it refers to the Americas. England or just all England, they're talking about across the seas. Just so I want y'all to know what that means. All right. Then we have Richard Rice, Lancaster, Pennsylvania, blacksmith, Pennsylvania, American Aboriginal. He was dark skinned. Then we have Kulu or Cooley, Lancaster, Pennsylvania. But this one was from Ireland. He was also dark skinned. Then we have Patrick Hudges, Lancaster, Pennsylvania. He was a soldier. He was from Ireland and he was dark skinned. Who else do we have? We have Thomas Dyer, Lancaster, Pennsylvania, but he was from England and he was light skinned, fair skinned. That's what it means. Then we have David Davison, Lancaster, Pennsylvania, but he was from England. He was fair skinned, a light skinned brother. Then we have Alexander Turnbull. Now, the Turnbull is actually also related to George Washington, because one of his great grandfathers was a Turnbull, John Turnbull, who was actually from England, and his story was when they were getting tired of their kings, right? This is what happened. Their kings were actually treating them bad in London. All right. So John Ball, which is the great grandfather of George Washington, who was a man of color, what he did was he was a revolutionist. Okay. And he was a pastor, a minister, and he was teaching the people how they were enslaving them. Enslaving them, they eating all the good food, and they calling us slaves, and they calling us. Now we're not doing that no more. So what they did was they prisoned John Ball, which was George Washington's great grandfather. Okay, but what they did was about 100,000 men of color. Okay, about 100,000 men went to the prison and broke him out of prison. And on their way to London, they killed every lawyer they saw in sight. Every lawyer. Okay, so when you look at George Washington, you're not just looking at some random dude. No, John Ball was his father, who was a revolutionist already in England. So they knew what family he came from. Family, my lineage, not family, because family means slaves. But my brothers and sisters, my lineage, let me tell y'all something. When you don't know the story, his story is what you'll get. When you don't know your story, his story is what you'll get. You feel me? That's why there's his story, which is history, and there's mystery, which is the mystery is my story, and my story is literally tied up in his story. But you have to be well studied. You have to study the story of the Americas and also simultaneously that of Europe. Okay, and now you're able to put two and two together. So once you're able to put the two and two together, then it will make sense. You could put the puzzle together. You feel me? And that's what I've done, my brothers and sisters. My ancestors have been preparing me for this for over 20 years. For over 20 years. Let us proceed. Let us proceed. We have, who else do we have? We have, so I just told you about Turnbull, right? Turnbull. Do your own research. Don't believe anything I say, man. I want you to say Chief Kalinago is a liar. Please, I'm begging you to tell me, accuse me of lying, because I want you to prove me wrong. That's how confident I am in the information I'm bringing to you. You feel me? Let's proceed. We have Timothy Toll, a carpenter, Maryland. He was fair-skinned. That's an American Aboriginal, but he lived in Virginia, right? We have Thomas White, Baltimore, Maryland, a soldier. He was from England, dark-skinned, well-set. We have Richard Posey. He was a farmer from Maryland. That means he was an American Indian. He was light-skinned. We have Henry Francis, Virginia, shoemaker. He was from Maryland, dark-skinned. He was an American Aboriginal. Okay? It never said African. It never said Nigeria. It never said Ghana, because most of you think you're from Ghana. Most of you think you're from Nigeria. Most of you think you're from West Africa. It's a damn lie. Let us proceed. Who else do we have? We have John Moore, Virginia. He was from Ireland. Okay, he was light-skinned. Then we have even all the Moors that went to Jamaica. They was from Ireland. They were dark-skinned. They were not from Africa. But y'all think I don't know what I'm talking about. Let's proceed. We have Richard Davis, Baltimore, Planner, Maryland. That means he was an American Aboriginal. He was fair, short, lusty, and fresh-colored. Okay, then we have Matthew Fowler, Baltimore, Planner, Maryland, light-skinned as well, American Aboriginal. We have Mordecai Guzniel. He was a planner. He was from Maryland. Guess what? He was light-skinned, well-set, and raw-boned. Then we have Henry Reese, Baltimore, Maryland, soldier, but he was from Germany, a light-skinned brother. Oh, hold up, Chief. They had light-skinned brothers in Germany? Yes, that's what Benjamin Franklin said. Europe was swarthy. Africa is dark and swarthy. Asia is dark and swarthy, including the Americas, except the newcomers. Let us proceed. Who else do we have? We have Jeremiah Hurley, Weaver, Ireland, but he was dark-skinned. Then we have Patrick Constantine, Baltimore, Maryland, planner from Maryland, light-skinned. Then we have Edward Tulu, Maryland planner. He was fair-skinned. We have Francis Brothers, Maryland, Baltimore, Hunter, Maryland, fair-skinned as well, well-set, light-skinned brothers. Then we have William Ashby, all right? Then we have soldier from England. Guess what he was? Dark-skinned. James Barnett, Baltimore, planner, Maryland. He was fair-skinned, another American Aboriginal. Scottwell, Baltimore, Maryland, planner, Maryland, dark-skinned, another American Aboriginal, aka American Indian. Where Puffy at? Take that, take that, take that. We have Cornelius Champman, Maryland, Baltimore, planner, Maryland. Guess his complexion? Dark-skinned, another American Aboriginal. Abraham Whitaker, Baltimore, Maryland, a hunter. Guess where he was from? Maryland. He was light-skinned. Man, listen, y'all better stop playing with me, man. I got one more for y'all. All right? Yes, and I'm saying one more. All right? Boom, because that's the other screenshot that I took. I got one more for you, man. Let's do this. I got one more for y'all. Oh, no, that was the last one I just showed y'all. All right, but please get the book. That was the last one I showed you. Okay? So I apologize for saying I have one more. My brothers and sisters, you know, I'm not going to apologize for the passion in me. Okay? My ancestors opened up my eyes years ago. Like I told y'all, at the age of 6, I knew I was different. At the age of 6, I was asking questions grown folks couldn't answer, okay, pertaining to the Bible. And all I heard was, well, this is what God said. If the Bible said, then it's true. Do not question God, okay? Do not question God. But guess what? I was always questioning God at the age of 6. That's why my ancestors gave me the knowledge to break down this Bible like I could break it down. You did. And then when I wanted to seek knowledge of who I was, where my people from, who they are, my ancestors opened up my eyes once more and gave me the knowledge. But then a lot of things I couldn't prove, so people thought I was crazy. People on here calling me African. Oh, he Nigerian. He not a real Indian. Let me tell you something. I'm more of an American Aborigine than you. Okay? Than you. No disrespect to those of you who was trying to hate on me. And they know who I'm talking about. You feel me? But the point I'm making is this. All right? If you don't know, you don't know. But now that you know, I'm giving you the facts. I'm giving you the proof. My brothers and sisters, do me a favor, please. Stop calling yourself black. Stop calling yourself African American. You are selling your birthright. It's a verbal spell that you are casting, and you are selling your birthright. American is a race. Our race is American. Okay? Our race is American. You feel me? And we're not black. If you're going to describe yourself as a complexion, we are the copper-colored races. Now, you saw a lot of ruddy on there, and I've showed it to you before, but I'm going to show it to you again for the purpose of this lesson. Okay? Ruddy animals. And I showed it to you yesterday, but I'm going to show it to you again just to conclude this lesson. All right? And what I'm going to do next, I may or may not do it today, but I'm going to go into another book, all right, and show you the people who are coming from Scotland and show you they were nobles, and I'm going to show you their description. You see, these people lied to you. They lied to us, okay? Let me go ahead and share this with y'all, because when a lot of you, when you hear the term ruddy, you keep thinking they're talking about pale-skinned people. So when you hear not Abraham Lincoln, when you hear George Washington was ruddy, you're going to think that George Washington was a pale man. No, George Washington was a man of color. This is what ruddy is. This is what ruddy is. Okay? This is what ruddy is. So what's your excuse for being indoctrinated? What's your excuse for being brainwashed moving forward? What's your excuse for believing the lie that we came from Africa moving forward? What is your excuse moving forward that these slave ships came from Africa bringing millions of Africans here? That's a lie. The people who came here, they did not come here as slaves. The people who came here, they did not come from Africa. The people who came here before the 1800s, the majority of them, over 90% of them and more, were people of color. The pale man did not start coming here until the 1800s. Okay? Until the 1800s. And they were the children. A lot of them came in as mulattoes in the 1700s. But I'm talking about purebred pale people. They came in here as that. Now, I have to digress here for a second, because I don't want to be on here telling untruths. In the 1400s, when they were enslaving American Indians, and the American Indians, you know, after a while, they made a decision. We got to stop enslaving these American Indians. Okay. They are people in God. All right. They are gentle people. So let's leave them alone. So the plan was to enslave the white servants in Europe. But they were very expensive. So when they brought them here, they were good house servants, but they were not good field slaves or field servants. All right, they were dying out. That's when they made the decision to start bringing the people of color that was already in Europe, original Europeans, not Africans. So that lie they told you about that slave trade is a lie. It's a big, bold lie. All right? And that's what ruddy means. For those of you who don't know what blonde means, because when I speak of blonde, etymology of blonde, people may think, well, hold up, Chief, what you mean blonde means brown? Yes, brown, those were the descriptive terms that they were using to describe people of color back in the day. Sanguine, brown, reddish, ruddy. Guess what blonde means? Golden or light golden brown. That's what blonde means. Blonde don't mean pale. Guess what brunette means? And I've showed it to you before, but I'm going to show it to you for the purpose of this lesson again. Brunette. That's what brunette means. Brunette means dark skin in complexion. Dark in complexion. Man, they did a job on my people. Guess what it says? With dark complexion and dark hair, especially of women, a dark complexion. So, my brothers, my sisters, you are brunette. You are blonde. You are not black. Man, I'm done, man. I'm done. I'm done. Yes. All right. All our deities. All right. All our deities, okay, was a devil to them. Okay. All our deities, what we call God, became Satan to them. All right. And what was God to them was Satan to us. All right. Oh, trust me, bro. I know this. You ain't you're talking to the choir right now. Like I said, I know how to break this down. The Lord God in the Bible is not my God. That's a demon. That's a devil. Okay? Jehovah, Yahweh, that's a devil. And it's funny that a lot of people on here talking about, oh well, you know, you know, Jesus wasn't real because the J wasn't invented until the 1500s. Okay, all right, I give you that. But Yah is his name. Yah, Y-A-H. Well, guess what? I could shut you down as well because the letter Y is actually Greek. The letter Y is Greek. It came from the Greeks. Unless you're a Greek and your God is a Greek and your God is Yah, that means Yah is Greek. You see, like I tell people, man, when y'all want to come on here and talk, I have so many ways to shut y'all down with y'all nonsense because you want to criticize another religion and say theirs is fake, but yours is real. Yours is real. Yah is real. No, Yah is Greek because the letter Y came from the Greeks. So if the letter J wasn't invented, okay, if the letter J wasn't invented in such and such so that Jesus wasn't real, then guess what? Guess where Yah, the Y came from? Came from the Greeks. Y'all think this is a game, huh? Huh. All right, so here we go with a Loretta. Who are you, Loretta? You're gonna get blocked too. You see, y'all people so dumb and stupid. Look at this. You see, those are the type of people. That's why I tell you, man. Let me see who this. Give me 1 second, Loretta. Let me see who that is. Because you see, we got to watch these people. Let me see if I could pull up that person on Facebook. All right, and you know who I blame? I blame our people. I blame our people for allowing these colonizers to come into our land and do what they're doing. Okay, let me see. It's I'm gonna make you famous, Loretta. Watch. I'm gonna make you famous. Treu, Treu, Treu. All right, here we go. I'm gonna make you famous, Loretta. Here we go. I'm gonna make you famous. I'm gonna make you famous. This is the Loretta that's on our live right now. Okay, that just said this. All right, let me show you who Loretta is before they block me real quick. All right, look, this is Loretta. You see that? Look. Those are the people that's calling us fake Indians. You see what she said? What did she say? She said, she said, get that thing off your head. Where did you get it from? Amazon. So my blonde hair is actually black. What a joke. Nothing but culture vultures. You have a pale-skinned immigrant calling me a culture vulture. You see what I'm saying? That's why I keep telling y'all, man, it's our fault. It is our fault. We got these people on our land ill-treating us and calling us out of our name. You feel me? Hold on for 1 second. Yes, greetings. Hold on for a second, Lineage. Hold on. Hold on for a second. Just go ahead and digest what I'm showing you right now. Give me 1 second, please. I got to take this call. It's an emergency. All right, lineage, I'm back. Okay, I'm back. So we good, we good, we good. Like I said, everything is good. But I just want to show you this. All right, show you this. Okay, show you this. So those are the people, all right, that's on our land, our ancestral land, calling themselves American Indians. You feel me? But calling me a culture vulture. Because you see, we are the ones that's allowing that to happen. Because we are here calling ourselves African Americans. Okay? We are here out here playing ourselves. You feel me? And that's the problem. We are not addressing these people. And this ain't got nothing to do with hate. It's just about what it is. You see what I'm saying? It just is what it is. Those are the people that's out here calling themselves American Indians. You see them? They are themselves, those are the natives. They are the natives. Okay? They are the natives. You want to come on my post and call me a culture vulture, but where are you from? Because you're definitely not American. I got proof of records of your people coming here. You see what I'm saying? So I'm just letting y'all know, man. You know, we got to start putting these people in their places, man. And people like Umar Johnson, they're a slave catchers, because they're calling you black. They're slave catchers lineage. They're slave catchers. It's time we start. We got to get serious, man. This is not a game. This is no. This is. It has never been a game. But we got to stop playing with these people, man. Your ancestors was in Europe, hungry, cannot even wash and bathe their skin, didn't know how to brush their teeth, starving. Y'all was eating your children. America was your saving grace. And y'all ain't got no respect for us because my people don't know who they are. Because you don't know who you are. And stuff like that pisses me off. You feel me? Man, listen, man. Let me go to the park and do a little workout. And work all this energy off. Because I'm saying, man, the things that are happening to us right now is because of us. All right? Because we are constantly giving our birthright away. Even people who know the truth. They're on Facebook, black people. Yo, I'm going to start blocking y'all, man. Anybody I see on my post talk calling us black, we black people, black men, black. Yo, this thing does something to me, man. It does something to me. It gets me mad. It infuriates me. You know what I'm saying? Show me what part of your skin is black. Now, if you're confused and you think you're African and you don't know the story, that's cool. But at least let's start with the whole black nonsense. It pisses me off. Oh, the black man this, the black man that. What are you talking about? And you cannot tell them nothing because they think they know it. They will not take the correction with love. They want to get defensive and defend being a slave, which this is what black means. They will defend it. So I'm not even gonna talk to people no more. I don't care if I have 4 friends on Facebook. Anybody I see on my Facebook page posting where the black men at or the black women this, yo, I'm blocking y'all. In fact, I'm not gonna block you. I'm just gonna delete you as a friend because that means you could still see the information if you want to learn. But I'm not gonna deal with the nonsense no more, man. I'm not going to. Period. Because it's enough information. It's not just from me, but a lot of people that's doing what I'm doing. I have a different method of bringing the information. Some people may have more in-depth information, but I know how deep my information is. You see what I'm saying? And I'm giving it to y'all. So why not, if you don't, and please, like I said, don't believe anything. Do your own due diligence. But at least start making the change with telling people, yo, we got to stop calling ourselves black and explain to them why. Because we're giving you the information. We are giving you the information. Come on, man. This is crazy. And and we have this pale-skinned people, not all of them, because a lot of them, trust me, they know the truth. But because our people are so brainwashed and dead, you see what I'm saying? They would rather side with that pale woman, Loretta. She's not white. I guarantee you, she thinks she's white. She's not white. I guarantee you, she thinks she's native. Yes, you are native, and all native means is to be born. Everybody's native that's born in the United States. Everybody. Because that's all native means, to be born. But you are not an American Indian, Loretta. You're not an American Aborigine, Loretta. Not even in Europe, you're an American Aboriginal. All right? Don't let me get into my lower chakras, man. I don't want to do that because I'm going to continue to stay respectful. All right? Don't play with me. Check this out. And I'll keep showing it to y'all, man. I'll keep showing it to you. Where we at with that? Let this thing populate real quick. Black means dead in law. All right? It's right here. It's right here, man. It's right here. It's right here. Okay? I'm not making it up. I'm not making it up. And the sad thing about it is our children are perishing for the stupidity in parents. Because at some point, they say ignorance is bliss. Yes, I get it. But it's only bliss if you don't know. It's only bliss if you don't know where to get the information from. But once you are seeing the information, you are seeing the documentation, you are seeing the facts, and you still want to dwell in ignorance, is no longer ignorance, it's called stupidity. Black means saliviter matus, my people, civilly dead. That's why they could abuse your children and you don't get it. That's why they could come take your children and you don't get it. These colonizers have no right to touch our children, period. But because you call yourself black, you think you're from Africa, you think you're a United States citizen, guess what? They have every single right to do what they're doing. And then you complain. But yet still you're getting the facts, you're getting the truth, and you still want to be brainwashed and dead. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. I don't get it. So I'm not even going to get into any conversation with any of y'all, man. Any one of you on my Facebook page, you start calling my people black, African American, even if you're doing it, well, chief, I do it because that's what they know. Well, you know what? Then that means you could speak differently. If you're going to teach, stop the foolishness and speak differently. Say so-called black people, say so-called African American, but this is who we are. At least you're teaching so they know what you're talking about. But don't tell me you're using it as an excuse. Well, chief, that's what they know, so I'm using that. Nah, man. No. You could break them into the information slowly but surely. I'm not saying you cannot use the word black. I'm not saying that. At least say so-called black people, but this is who we are. I'm not black. So if you start talking like that, that's cool. So now people, it could start creating a spark in people. But you are the ones that's helping our people stay as slaves. You people are slave catchers, man. You're doing the same thing the colonizers are doing. But you woke. You woke, but you're on Facebook calling your people black. You woke, but you're calling your people on Facebook African American. You woke, but we Africans. Come on, man. You woke. Well, Jesus wasn't real, but Yah is real. Come on, stop the nonsense, man. Stop the foolishness. Exactly. The way you practice is the way you're going to play. And if you continue to practice perfect, you will become perfect. We have to help each other out, lineage. I am my brother's keeper. I am my sister's keeper. You feel me? All these black organizations, they are slave catchers promoting African stuff. They are slave catchers. We are not Africans. They are slave catchers. Any organization that's pushing black, they are slave catchers. I don't want to be a part of that. Unless you are teaching the truth that my people are American Aborigines, the original American Indians, I'm not going to support you. I don't care who don't support me or not. I don't care. I'm going to be just good. In fact, I am good. Of course, Umar Johnson got to pay for enslaving my people, man, because he was put in position for that. He's a slave catcher. Boyce Watkins is a slave catcher. Yes, tell him I said it. Whether it's intentional or unintentional, anybody who's calling American Aborigines black, telling them they're from Africa, they are slave catchers. Not even 1 million Africans came here. That's a lie. That's a lie. And all you pale people, man, y'all better be careful, man. Don't let me reach out to the ancestors to start burning you off this planet, man. Don't play with me. Y'all don't know how powerful I am. Stop playing with me, man. When I come on here, I don't come on here to play games. I was sent here to restore my ancestors' birthright. And none of you, I don't care what you look like, are going to prevent me from doing what I came here to do. Oh, Claude Anderson, all of them, with their 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5 series of their documentaries, as long as they're calling you black, they're slave catchers. They're not telling you the truth. Okay? I promise you, you have more DNA in you from people of color from Europe than from Africa. And that's a fact. Okay? And these dark-skinned people of color from Europe, they're not Africans either. Some of them are, but the majority of them aren't. They're from Asia. They're Asiatics. Don't let these people lie to you, man. Don't let them lie to you. Man did not originate in Africa. That's a lie. My brothers and sisters, it is time for us American Aborigines, aka American Indians. We are the only American Indians. Okay? Native Americans cannot call themselves American Indians because they are not American. Nobody have a spiritual, a soulful right, an inherited right and a lawful right to call themselves American. Anything with American, we're supposed to strip it from them. That's us. And we don't have to lift a finger to do anything. We just have to give up their gods, give up their lords, and get our righteous ancestors back in the program. That's it. And I promise you, we will shut this down. And I'm not telling you things I think I know. I'm telling you things I know I know. Okay? Anyway, let me get out of here, man. I'm about to do a little workout. Like I told y'all the other day, I mean, I haven't been eating meat for years and years and years and years, right? My brother Corey said, if we are condensed sunlight organisms, then we appear at the same time the sun rose. Oh, no doubt. You already know. All right. Like I was saying, I haven't eaten meat for years and years and years. I'm talking about I don't eat meat for over, like, I would say going over what, 12, 13 years. All right. I think probably in between, I may have had curry goat one time. I just something the highest stuff was like eat some. No, it wasn't the highest stuff. I just had a craving for curry goat, I think, or something. But anyway, I've been doing fish, and even with the fish, I cut it down, and I used to do it like I used to do fish like probably every Friday and Saturday and maybe Sunday, and then I cut it down to Saturday and Sunday, whatever the case is, right? But I think it was about 24-hour cycles ago, which is about 2 weeks in your language. The higher self told me, stop eating fish. All right. And so I stopped. So now I'm off fruits, vegetables, and green vegetables, and that's it. You know what I mean? So I'm very much in tune with my higher self. And when my higher self speak to me, I listen. And like I tell people, man, and Zazia, I like what you said. All right. I like what you said. Well, this is my brother Corey right here. He said, if we a condensed sunlight organisms, then we appeared the same time the sun rose in the sky. No doubt. We've been here for billions of years. All right. Because we are the sun and the sun is us. All right. We are just that condensed sunlight in this physical body. All right. But we are the sun. All right. The solar beings. Now, this is what Zazie said. Zazie said, this is why I say the so-called black man are their own worst enemies. Yeah, the so-called black man, the so-called black woman. All right. So-called black people, to make a general statement, they are their worst enemies. You feel me? They are their worst enemies. It's like the colonizers, and when I say colonizers, I'm not talking about the pale man. The pale man came in the game late. Okay. The game was handed over to the pale man. Let me give it to you from a different perspective. Let's say, right? Let's say a drug dealer owned a block, right? He owned the territory on the block. All right. And the people he was selling drugs to are the original people of that building. They are the original people of that building. And here comes people who look just like them, same complexion, but they are not from the building. Okay, they're from another building. And they started selling drugs in that building, okay, where the original people of that building lived. And then somebody from another building, not from that building, came and started selling drugs in that building where the original people are. All right. They indoctrinated them. They put them on crack. They put them on cocaine. They did all of that. Right. And then another set of people from another building came and joined them. Right. But then war started happening over the turf. Right. And then the original people in that building, they now have two enemies. Okay. They now have two enemies that joined. So now the people in the original building, they have a decision to make. Should I join the first people who came and sold crack to us, or the people that came after? You feel me? So in essence, what am I saying? Our people are the original people of the Americas. All right. Then you have so-called black people that came from Europe that came to steal our birthright. Okay. And later, they brought in their children, which were their mulatto children. And their mulatto children brought their pure, pale skinned parents. You see the transition? So that's what we are dealing with right now. That's what we are dealing with right now. And trust me, the higher ups, they know this to be true. It's only our people, the original people, that's out here that's brainwashed, lost, and living in chaos, destroying each other, killing each other. But at the same time, a lot of them have that energy of their ancestors that came from across the seas, that evil, negative, devilish, satanic energy in them. So that's why every skin folk aren't kinfolk. So they look like you, but they are not us. And the only way to know them is when they speak, because that's the only way you'll know a tree, by its fruits. Anybody that's constantly calling you black or African American, after you let them know the truth, okay, they are from Europe. They are related to some of the colonizers. Okay? That's the bloodline that they came from. Exactly. You're absolutely right. That's a highlight right there. Okay? So, people, we got to stop playing these games, man. We got to unite from the entire Americas. The United States is not America, my brothers and sisters. And stop, for those of you that's in the United States, stop thinking that you could do it alone. Okay? We got to unite, man. It's the only way this thing is going to happen. Because we're not just fighting, well, the fight for me, and I'm using the word fight, the fight is not against every pale individual. And the fight is not against every so-called black European. Okay? It's not. Because they do have righteous people that speak the truth. All right? The fight is against the unrighteous ones. And even with the unrighteous ones, a lot of them look like us. In fact, the majority of them look like us. So we got to be accountable. We have to take responsibility. and start checking the people around us. Yo, I'm gonna have to cut you off, man, because I ain't black. Stop promoting that on my page. You don't have to block them, just unfriend them. That's it. And guess what? Even if you still leave them as a friend, all you have to do is unfollow them, because that's what I've been doing. Because I still want people to be able to see the truth, because they're probably not ready. So what I do is I go to their page and I unfollow them, because automatically when you become friends with somebody on Facebook, you follow them automatically. But when I see people posting the nonsense, I go to their page. I don't delete them unless they get out of pocket. I don't delete them. I just unfollow them. So I will not see their highlights, and I will not see their posts coming up on my timeline. You feel me? That's a way of censoring your page. So you don't necessarily have to delete them or unfriend them unless they get out of pocket, like I said, right? You could just go ahead and unfollow them. And that's all you have to do. That's all you got to do. So now you will not see their post on your timeline or even see their highlighted stories. So that negative energy or whatever that is, it will not be seeping through, your radius of or the energy that you have on Facebook. So that's a way to protect your energy and the nonsense that you come across. But they'll still be your friends. So they'll still be able to see the post you post because you're teaching, you're dropping information. So that's what I've been doing. Unless somebody get out of pocket, like I said, get this a little bit disrespectful. And that's it. But we have to unite. Those of us who know who we are, those of us who know the truth, it's imperative that we unite. We are all we got. And we have to start checking people. It starts with you. You cannot know the truth and on here still calling your people black and African American, especially black. Black men this, black men that, black women this, black women that. Yo, I hate it. I know hate is a strong word, strong emotions, and trust me, I hate it. Okay? And if after all this stuff, and I'm giving you the facts and the truth, and you want to continue to do it, I hate you too. It's not a game, man. It's not a game. Even your God and your Bible hate people. This is serious, man. This is our birthright. This is our livelihood. This is about our children. This is about our future, man. This is our land. It's ours. We've been here since time immemorial. We never came. And my sisters, you are the key. That's why I'm giving you the knowledge. Because within our culture, the inheritance was passed down through you. But if you are lost, then what do you think is going to happen? But yet still, you are the same one that's always on here. Black men, black women, this and that. Man, I hate you. If that's what you're going to continue to promote, man. This is real. But anyway, I'm about to get out of here, and I'm sending a lot of love and positive energy to, all the righteous ones, man. It's only the unrighteous ones you're going to fall. You're going to perish. All right? And that's what I'm putting out there in the universe. They say when you know better, you do better. So do better. Please, I'm begging. Do better, man. Stop the nonsense. There's enough information that we are putting out there. When I say we, I'm talking about people like me. For crying out loud, man, look at your skin color, man. And stop with the black nonsense. Stop it. And people always making excuses. Well, Chief, that's what they know. Well, teach them. Show them otherwise. If somebody is smoking crack and they're always around you and your children, and you keep warning them, would you continue to allow them to smoke crack in front of you and your children? No. You'll kick them out of your house. You'll stop being friends with them. This is not a game, man. This is about our spiritual birthright, man. And y'all playing games with this. Not spiritual, but soul. Our soul. We're not spiritual beings. We are soul beings. Even that, I have to keep putting in perspective, because I got to correct myself on that. We are not spiritual beings. We are soul beings. Oh, man, trust me, Lucius. I promise you it is. It is deep. And I'm not mad at my people, lineage. I'm not mad, man. I'm not mad. All I'm just saying is like, yo, we giving you the information. Okay, start correcting yourself so you can start teaching your children. That's all I'm just saying, man. That's all I'm saying. I'm not mad at you for not knowing, lineage. No. I don't hate you for not knowing, lineage. No. I get mad at you when you have the information and you refuse to use the information and correct yourself. And anyone on here calling my people Black and African American and they know the truth intentionally, I hate you. And may my ancestors deal with you accordingly. This is no joke. And then we on here struggling, fighting to make ends meet. You know, we struggling to pay bills, light bills. We cannot buy food. Everything we want, a colonizer got to give it to us. Come on, man. We should be able, as indigenous people, travel all the Americas, go into Jamaica, Dominica, St. Vincent, all these places and get fruits and come back into the United States and go into Jamaica, go into different places, Mexico, wherever, free of will, without even needing a passport. This is our land, man. We should not need passports to travel our land. It's a port that was set up, and the pass is permission. We should not need permission. But you know what? We're on here playing games. I see grown people, you know, or it's time to get in, family. You know, if 1 and 1 is 3, then 4 and 4 is 8. Give me the number. What type of nonsense is that? Now, I'm not saying we should not entertain ourselves once in a while, but this is constantly what you're doing. Hey, if you have a faithful man, with, you know, with $2,000 and you have an unfaithful man with $1 million, what would you do, man? Stop the nonsense, man. Stop the foolishness. Use these platforms to build and connect with like-minded people so we could make moves. Our people are just so prone to the low vibrational shit. It's not even funny. And that's when you know you're vibrating in your low chakras, because that's what you're gravitating to. It's time to start building each other, man. We got to stop calling ourselves niggas, man. What up, king? What up, queen? What up, emperor? What up, empress? What up, God? What up, goddess? What up, my Niji? Come on, man. Let's give our people life. Hey, man, I love y'all, man. I'm about to get out of here. I'm gonna go do a little workout. All right. The next video I'm going to do, hopefully, well, not well, it depends. Because I flow with the higher self. So whichever direction it guide me, that's the information I'm going to drop. But the goal is, and the plan is, the next live is about going into Scotland, all right, and showing you the nobility of the Scottish. Those are the people that were being sent into the Americas. I'm going to show you the courts of these crowns, all right, and show you not just their description in regards to their occupation, but description in terms of their complexion. I'm going to show you that as well, all right, show you that as well. So I'm not saying, don't get it twisted, all right? I'm not saying that people of color did not come into the Americas. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is they were not Africans. That's what I'm saying. No, if they were Africans, they were Africans before they came into the Americas, meaning that they were Africans that probably came from Africa in Europe or whatever. But that's not the case either. Because when slavery was happening in Europe and Africa, it were colored people that were going into Africa to enslave people. The pale man did not come into the game until the 1800s. Don't let nobody fool you. Now, don't get me wrong. There's a certain demographic, okay, of pale people, the Magog and the Mog. All right, I think it's Magog and something, whatever. But anyway, they are the Ish. They call themselves Ish today. All right. They were people behind the scenes funding the people of color, because the people of color, a lot of them was in debt. Okay. And then the people that call themselves Ish, they rose in power financially, even in the 1300s, the 12th century, the 11th century. Because why? In the 7th century, okay, they not infiltrated, but because they had such a huge population, I'm talking about 12, 15 million, the Romans, the dark-skinned Romans, wanted their support. So what they did was they married one of the Ish daughters to one of the Roman kings, which was a man of color. So that's how they started infiltrating, through marriage. Okay, through marriage. You see, this thing is deep. It's deep. But trust me, I got enough information to go deep enough so that things could start coming up on the surface, because I know the information. Okay, I know the information. So that's what's been going on. So even right now, you'll see pale people. The pale people, they're just the gatekeepers. That was the secret deal that was made. Yeah, we're going to let y'all shine, but don't forget who your master is. The master is not the pale man. He never was. Okay? He never was. He's just an indentured servant. Okay, he's just an indentured servant. Even right now in the White House, they are indentured servants serving the so-called black nobility. Okay? Y'all better recognize, man. So it's people that look like us that's doing this to us American Aborigines. I'm not giving the pale man a pass now. I'm not. That's not what I'm saying. But he's not the true enemy. The true enemy look like us. You want to see the devil? Look in the mirror. You want to see Satan? Look in the mirror. He looked like you. The pale race is just the offspring, the children of the devil. But the devil look like us. See, nobody want to give y'all the real. They don't want to give y'all the real. But I'm going to give it to you. The question is, can you handle the truth? Can you handle the truth? How are you going to call something that came from a donkey a goat? I'm going to repeat that. How are you going to call something that came from a donkey a goat? Well, Chief, what does that mean? How are you going to call the pale man the devil, but he came from the people of color? So who's the original devil? The pale man did not come from the American Aborigines. He came from the so-called Black Asiatics. That's who he came from. Okay? They are his children. And they enslaved their children. But you are your parents' children. So therefore, if you were of nobility, your children became nobility. And when they started asking questions, well, hold up. I'm seeing my mother, she's pale skinned. Well, I'm seeing my father, he's dark skinned. But hold up. Where is my mother's family at? That's when they had to start telling the truth. Well, we got them barred off. We got them barred off in the mountains. So they were in the mountains and caves, eating each other. Okay? Bestiality. So this pale children said, this pale children mixed with this dark-skinned father said, listen, man, nah, we're going to start fighting y'all. We want our fathers out of these caves. Okay? Y'all want the truth? My question is, can you handle the truth? Okay? And that's how the pale man came in power. All right? They became heirs. First off, the mulatto children became the heirs. Then they brought their pale relatives in and put them in power. But the deal was, don't forget where you came from. That was the deal. We'll step back and promote that you are the one running things. But you have to, don't forget who you're paying allegiance to. Okay, we getting our cut. All right? And that's the truth, my brothers and sisters. All right? I'm out of here. I love y'all.